Hey everybody, it's James over here at the digitalmediazone.com with a review today. And today I'll be reviewing the Audio Technica AT-LP60 fully automatic stereo turntable system. So first I'll go kind of over the features of this specific model. So first, like when I went to research a lot of turntables that were out there already today, kind of the older models when you go more buy it at a vintage shop or a record shop, a lot of those are older and you actually need to buy a receiver that's able to handle the phono's input. And basically because the older turntables don't have a preamp built into them at all, so you actually need the receiver no matter what. In my setup here today, it doesn't really work because I have a Sony soundbar hooked up to my television, which controls everything. It's kind of like a central receiver, but it doesn't have a phono input at all. So I really needed something with a preamp built into it, and that's sort of what the Audio Technica one does for me. So this is just standard. So you just have your for the outputs, just your standard red and white outputs for stereo. But it also comes with some adapters, so if you wanted to go to a 3.5mm jack, or if you already had a 3.5mm jack, they give you a male and a female version here, which is nice adapters, or else it's just the normal male outs. You can hook it up. So that's kind of my first gripe with the turntable, is that the cord that's hooked into the back is very, very short. It's maybe only, I want to say, 3 feet. So you can get obviously extension for it, or if you're using 3.5mm, then you're just fine. But that was kind of my gripe. It worked all right in my layout, but if I wanted to switch it to the other side, it would have been a problem. So hopefully I have this kind of lit well enough. I'll try to bring this over here. So let's take a look at it here. Basically on the very, very top you have a lid for it, which kind of tends to scratch kind of easily. But I don't really place anything on top of it. So this is a belt-driven turntable. So underneath the pad here is the disc that is on the belt. You can see, if you can see in there, there's actually a belt that you have to install. So basically there's a disc, you take it out, and then you put the belt over, and then you're good to go. And this turns underneath, and then we put the pad on top to protect the vinyls. So this head's fully automatic. So when you hit start, the head actually goes and moves onto the vinyl, as I'll show in a little bit. And it's really nice. And when it ends, it moves back over. When you pause it, it just moves up. So it's all fully automatic, which is really, really nice. It has a really slick design. It's more modern feeling. It doesn't have that wood frame like a lot of the older ones have. So it's silver. It's sleek. I think it looks really nice next to my television. But on top of that, if you look at the controls on it, they're very simplistic. On the back of the device, if it's way back here, they actually give you the ability to go either stereo or phono. So if we actually were going into a real receiver, you could actually switch to the phono, and it wouldn't use the preamp that's built into it. But since I have to use the preamp, I go ahead and switch it over. It's a real easy switch. On the top here, you have control to go either from a 12-inch or a 7-inch here, so I'll be demoing in a second. We'll just go to the 12-inch. Then also on the front you have, you can see it here, and put this down. So on the front you have a few controls. The first one is the speed here. If it's pushed in, it's 45. If it's pushed out, it's 33. And then on the right hand side here, you have just 3 controls: start, stop, and then pause. So if you see here, when I hit pause, I'll do it when we start playing it, but it'll actually just pop it up in place. So start will actually move it over to exactly where it needs to go, and then stop will bring it back. So let's go ahead and check it out. I have little brother Ali here. So let's go ahead and, probably not taking proper care of my vinyls here, but I don't really care all that much, I guess. So if we just go ahead and hit, it's on 12, it's on, this one's a 33 RPM, so if we go ahead and hit start here, you see the head will pick up by itself, and it will automatically move to the first track on this side and gently lay itself down. Just back up here. Like I said, the nice thing is also when it's done with the side, it'll just put itself back on, so it's, you don't have to touch it at all. It's just all automatic, which is really, really nice. So then if I want to pause, you can see here I'm just going to go ahead to pause, and it'll actually just go ahead and lift up the head here, and then when I push it back down, boom, it's good to go again. So then when I stop it, it's just going to go ahead and lift it off, and everything's really delicate. It's very simple, just simple plastic, and it'll go ahead and lift it off for you, and it'll automatically stop. So there's not even a power button. It's either just you're playing it or not playing it. It's either just on or off by itself. So we'll go ahead and put this down here. One other thing that it did come with is this little tiny adapter. So if your vinyls have a bigger ring in the front or in the middle of it, you can actually put it down so you can actually control it that way, which is kind of nice if you have some vinyls that have that. So the next one here is a little 7-inch. This is a little wallpaper promotional CD that I got from a friend who was awesome, and she's great, hooking me up with sweet wallpaper stuff all the time. So now all you got to do here, this is a 45 RPM, and obviously this is a 7-inch. So you just go ahead and flip the switch down to 7, put it into 45, and then just go ahead and hit start. And as you can see, you can already tell that it's moving faster, doing more rotations. And obviously it moved all the way in now for perfect position on the 7-inch. So
every time we do it, I wanna do it again. Every time we do it, I wanna do it again. Every time we do it, I wanna do it again. Every time we do it, I wanna do it. I could be a sweatpants.
There we go. So overall, I'm really impressed with it. The quality, the audio quality that's coming off it has been really good. So everything seems to be set up. It was really simple to set up. Like took me 5 minutes just going through the directions really quick of setting up the disc, and then you're good to go. So it's really simple to set up. I'm really impressed with just how simplistic and easy it is, and just that it's fully automatic, which is the biggest thing, and that it wasn't that expensive. So this model ran me about $70, and that's shipped. I got it off of Amazon through J&R. It took about a week to get here, though, which is a little disappointing. But for free shipping, what can you can't really complain. They also do have an upgraded model of this, which is actually just the AT-LP60 USB version, which actually has a USB out as well with it, and it also comes with software that will allow you to transfer your vinyls over to your computer, which is actually kind of nice. So that one's about $100 though, and I'll have it in the review. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review of the Technica AT-LP60 stereo fully automatic turntable, and always check back to the digitalmediazone.com for everything digital.